Happy Monday, everyone. Yesterday we talked about one of the ways that we can discover God is at work in the world. Often, it's not through the complex things, but it's through the simple things, the things that we see every day, God is at work in. One of these simple things that is a little more complex is the grace of God. We talked about grace as if it were a chain link, 4 different links that link together. We talked about God's prevenient grace, that before we are ever aware of God, God is aware of us, and He's turning our heart toward Him. He helps us to recognize our sinfulness. And that leads to the next link, the saving grace of God. That if we confess our sins, He is more than ready and able and willing to forgive our sins. But what we recognize is that eventually we want to stop sinning. We don't want to get in that predicament anyway. That even though we've been saved from our sin, past sins, we're still trying to live our own way. Do it by our will and not His. And that leaves us to the next link, the sanctifying grace of God. The moment where we surrender to God and say, God, I'm no longer living for me. I'm living for You. I'm not living what I think is best, because I know You have Your best interest in mind for me. And I want to become like You. And there is the final link of grace, that one day Christ will return, or we will breathe our last. And when we do, we will appear like Him. The link of grace. So I want to leave you with a question to consider this week. What link of grace do you need most in your life? Maybe you've never trusted God to save you, but today would be a great day. Maybe you've never surrendered your will, your plan for life, for His. Or maybe that there is a moment we need to surrender, or we need to continue to grow into the likeness of Christ by His grace. I hope you have a grace-filled week. We'll see you on Sunday.